Hello everyone, Outwater here, and today I am giving you my guide for the Great Nail Sage Slide. This is the final boss of Pantheon 3. Let's start with the charms. So, I go with a full nail build: Unbreakable Strength, Quick Slash, Mark of Pride, and Unbreakable Heart. Now, this boss you don't really get that many chance to use spells, unlike the rest of the game. Descending Dark, or D-Dark, isn't really that overpowered here. It's not even really that good. And you get opportunities to heal, so that also makes spells even worse. And so Quick Slash and Unbreakable Strength, just a good DPS combo. And then we have the Mark of Pride. And so this is actually really good for this fight, because you do need the range. And so Unbreakable Heart is a very strong charm for this fight, because the boss only does 1 damage except for 1 attack, which does 2. And yeah, that's going to be our charm set. I really wouldn't recommend using anything else. You could try some spells, but I wouldn't recommend it. So now let's actually get into the fight. So, let's first talk about his movement. He doesn't really actually have that much movement that isn't in his attacks. So his only real movement is he can run and sometimes jumps a bit. And so his main attack for all of this, which you'll do the most frequently, is his slashes. And so he slashes twice at you, and both slashes kind of surround him, and he changes a little directions. But one thing is that Sly can actually change directions of his slashes. And so for this fight, actually, if you do want to not use the Fragile Heart, Sharp Shadow's actually very strong for this fight as well. I personally prefer Heart for reasons I'll get into later. So, he can change his direction between the first 2 slashes, but, and he will do that quite frequently if you change sides of him by dashing through him. And then his final part is he'll gonna do like this, he becomes a buzzsaw and then tries to spin on you, but he will have to jump up to do this. So if you stay on the ground, you should be able to avoid this pretty well. And then after that, you can get in 2 hits. And I wouldn't go too greedy and get for more than 2. So then he has his nail slam attack, and you can basically just run away, just dash it. And sometimes he'll follow up with a second slash after, but most of the time you can dash away from this nail slam attack. Then he has his nail arts. You'll see him charging up, but he takes as long to charge up as you do when you have your Nailmaster's Glory Charm on, and he has 3 ones. So first is Great Slash, which is just a great slash. It's a big slash that deals 2 damage. So then you have the Cyclone Slash, which is he becomes a top again and tries to tries to basically spin towards you. What you need to do for this is to get on top of him as fast as you can and just pogo him. Now if you pogo right in the middle, you actually damage him. I would not worry about that though, because that's pretty hard to do. Just worry about staying alive for this part. And then he has a Great Slash, and this is going to cover the whole floor. And so, with his, sorry, not Great Slash, Dash Slash. With his Dash Slash, you can just jump over him pretty easily. One thing though is, with both his Dash Slash and Great Slash, you're not going to be able to get any damage, because with his Dash Slash, immediately after he's done, he's attacking again. With his Great Slash, you have to stay away from him, otherwise you're going to be taking 2 damage. But with his Cyclone Slash, after it's over, you can get a hit, usually. And so now, one thing you have to look out for is if he is in a corner. I actually get hit a decent amount by this. If he's in a corner, he has to be in a corner to do his dash slash. But if he's in a corner, he can oftentimes also do a great slash. So if you try and jump over him too early, you can actually take 2 damage, which is pretty horrible. And so he mostly does his Cyclone Slash while he is mid-air already. So you can tell when it's that, but if he is in a corner, it could be the Great Slash, so do watch out for that. So then he has a second phase, which is very simple, but very hard. He turns into a top and flies around, and this one, it's basically impossible to not take damage if you're doing this, if you're fairly new to this. So my strategy was, which I think is easily the way to learn this boss, to be able to complete this boss the fastest, is to learn phase 1 well, and rather than learning phase 2, just completely tank it and shriek him, and spam your nail here, and it should work the majority of the time. And even if it doesn't, you can just try it again, and it should work. And so you can try and learn it legit, in which case you want to just learn the rhythm. But I think it's a waste of time to learn it legit. So just try and really get a hold of the first phase, and this will let you do the second phase pretty well. Now, one thing to mention is, with this, you're only going to actually stagger him once, and then you'll kind of stagger him again, which will be his transition. In his stagger, you can heal 3 times, and in his transition, you can heal twice. It doesn't matter how fast you are, you're never going to be able to heal 3 times in his transition, so don't try it, because it will just be a waste of soul. So, yeah. That is my Great Nail Sage Slide Guide. Have an amazing day. Comments in the comments, feedback in the comments, like button, turn it blue, subscribe button, I don't know, you can click it, I guess. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. I really do hope you have a great day. See ya.